Yo, what's going on guys, Virux. Today is a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about something a little bit more different, something a little bit more serious, and it's just something that I've really been meaning to share with you guys and been feeling the need to share with you guys. And it's just kind of one of my life morals that I grew up with and I was raised with, and I really wanted to give a shout out to my parents for teaching me this moral or this thing to live by. And especially my dad, he's actually the one that taught it to me, and my mom would just enforce it. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And a quick disclaimer is that my parents are more on the younger side. So my parents are in their mid 30s, getting to their 40s, early 40s, and I am 19, so you can go ahead and do the math or whatever. My parents do understand my generation a little bit, you know, better than more older parents, so that does make a difference. And I guess sometimes people are raised differently because of their background or where they come from, what side of the world, etc. and so forth. I know a lot of more different countries have stricter rules and things like that, so that's that. We are from El Salvador, so I guess that might have an effect. I don't know. But anyways, before we get started, I also wanted to ask you guys to please share this video with your parents. I really want your parents to let me know down in the comment section below what they think about what I'm about to say. If it's a good life moral, if it's not, if it's something good to live by. Maybe they disagree with it. Maybe they're just like, okay, you know, he was raised that way. That's fine. Just let him do him. But I disagree with it. Or okay, just, you know, we're all different, whatever. Or maybe they agree and maybe they want to actually, I guess, enforce what I'm about to say. So yeah, and if not, I just also want to say that this is something that you know, for people like me, I know a lot of people that already had kids, so and you know, within this next decade, a lot of us are gonna start having kids and stuff like that. So this might be something to consider for you guys to teach your kids. And I really do think that this is something key and important to life. And for the most part, it's common sense. For the most part, most of you guys have heard it before, but I know a lot of people don't put it to practice, to play, whatever. And I really do challenge you guys to put this to play and to practice on your everyday life, because it's something I do, and it's something that's made my life a lot more smoother than it could have not been. You know, my life could have been a lot more harder if it wasn't for this thing. So yeah, without further ado, enough rambling, let's get right into it. So I know a lot of you guys have heard the phrase, it goes something along the lines of do what you love, as long as it's not hurting anyone else, and as long as it's not illegal, something like that. I know you guys have heard that. And what I'm about to teach you guys and say, and what my dad taught me and what I live my life by, is really similar to that. And that is, you know, before I would do anything, before I'd go to a party, before I would do anything that involved good decision making skills, my dad would always tell me this. And that is, just always remember, do what you want to do whatever you want to do. It's your life. As long as you don't hurt anybody else, as long as you don't get anyone else in any trouble, as long as you don't involve me, your little sister, or your mother, it's fine, man. Do what you want to do. It's your life. All right. And I know a lot of people might misinterpret this, what my dad is saying, but pretty much what he's saying is not just do whatever the hell I want. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is always think. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit extreme, but if it's trying a drug, all right, I have to think, okay, well, what if I get caught? If I get caught, I'm gonna get my parents involved. My parents are gonna have to bail me out. My parents are gonna have to put their face, you know, in front. My parents are gonna be the ones that this is gonna reflect on. So it involves my parents if I do get caught doing a drug or whatever. Or for example, if I wanna have sex. Like, don't be silly, bro, wrap your willy, because if not, you could end up getting a girl pregnant. And if you get a girl pregnant, bruh, like, I'm sorry to say this, and I know a lot of people that have had babies already, and they just have to, you know, accept, and they learn to accept the fact that their goals and dreams are like I'm not saying you can't succeed and you can't work on your goals and dreams just because you have a kid, but what I am saying is that you have more important things to do, and your stuff comes second now, bro. It's all about raising that child, that creation of yours. You know, you're busier, and I know a lot of people have succeeded, but you know, I'm just saying, let's face reality, you have 2 lives to work on now, so it's gonna be 10 times harder, so you know. And if you catch an STD, bro, because you just wanted to fool around, you know, God knows what's gonna happen, bro. You better take care of yourself, you better get checked, etc. and so forth. So, you know, it's just things like that. You know, or in that pregnancy situation, my dad would always say, man, if you ever, you know, got a girl pregnant, you know, we're not gonna look down upon you, but I'm just saying, you know, we're not gonna be able to help you that much. So you better make sure you have a stable job. You better make sure you know what you're doing before you go ahead and do and commit something like that. So yeah. And for example, my parents know about this, because for this same reason that my parents have taught me this moral, I'm really comfortable sharing everything with my parents. My parents know I've smoked weed before, and the first time I smoked weed, I thought to myself, I was like, well, will this hurt, you know, my parents? I made sure I was in a situation where I was not gonna get caught, where I wasn't gonna do anything stupid, and I knew it wasn't gonna affect anyone. So it wasn't until like a few months later that I told my parents, and you know, it's fine. They were like, okay man, you know, just know, you know, there's consequences to everything. So just know what you're doing, and like I said, as long as you don't involve us or anybody else, as long as you're not hurting anyone else, then it's fine. Do what you want, man. Do what you want, but just don't involve anyone and just know what you're doing. And I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me to this point, but I really think this is such a good moral to live by. And the reason I say this is because, okay, a lot of people might be like, okay, your parents are pretty much just allowing you to do whatever you want. No, honestly, this is way better than in my opinion, all right? I'm not to offend anybody, man, not to offend anybody, but this is way better than the parents that say, no, just don't do this, don't do that. The strict parents that just say no, 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 no to everything. You know why? Because that's just gonna cause more problems. It's just gonna cause the effect that people are gonna just want to go do, you know, what they're not supposed to do because they're not supposed to do it. As opposed to how my parents raised me, and they told me, you know, do what you want to do, you know, just know what you're doing. Because with what my parents, how my parents have raised me, with that moral, that thing to live by, I always think to myself, I always actually feel guilty whenever I'm gonna do something that's wrong. I actually think to myself, I'm like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, you know? You know what, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I actually feel guilt. You know, it's like a guilt trip. It actually comes back and reflects, because I know that my parents aren't saying no to me, but I know that they're not telling me to do it. So it's like, damn, man, it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this, man. As opposed to my parents say no to everything, you know, screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and go freaking try every single drug out there. Go freaking do something stupid. Go, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll give you an example right now. I don't skateboard. I know I have 2 skate decks behind me. A lot of people are like, dude, you don't even skate. You know I don't skate. They're just back there to look pretty. Nah, but I got this one because I was gonna get back into skating. This is an old one, but whatever. But anyways, I'll give you an example right now, all right? I haven't skated in years, like actual tricks. Like, yeah, I know how to ride a board. I know how to do like ollie, kickflip sometimes, pop shove it, whatever. But the fact that I haven't skated in years, I'm not gonna grab that board right now, go find the nearest 7 stair and try to kickflip off of it. Because knowing that I'm not in a stable position to pay a $10,000 bill if I break my leg right now, I know that if I were to break my leg, I would screw my parents' bank account up so much. So I'm not gonna go ahead and go do that, you know what I mean? If I know that I can't take care of that by myself right now, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that, because that would be bad decision making. When it comes to anything, man, you always gotta think, will this affect, you know, the ones I love, or will it affect anyone at all? So it's just something to really think about. And I don't know how long this video is, hopefully it's not too long, but it's just something I really felt the need to share with you guys. And yeah, so I don't know, it's just something to really consider, something to always think about every day whenever you're gonna make a decision, dude. Honestly, just think of that, man. As long as you don't get anyone else involved, whether it's not necessarily physically or psychologically, it could be economically, like I said. Like if I break my freaking leg or whatever trying to do a kickflip off of like a 5 stair or something, that's gonna hurt my parents' freaking bank account. You know, as long as you know what you're doing, then it's fine, dude. Do what you want. Honestly, I think that that's a way better way of raising someone rather than just saying no to this, no to that. I think it makes more sense. But you know, yeah, we are human and we do mess up, but just make sure to make the best decisions that you possibly can make. And as long as you don't get anyone else involved, dude, as long as it's just on you, fine. It's your life, man. It's your life. Your experiences, you'll learn. You know, it's a trial and error basis. That's how we learn, man. You forgive and forget, man. It's life. So yeah, I really just want to get really, I guess, in a deep conversation with you guys. I don't know, it's just something I really wanted to share with you guys, something I wanted people's opinions on, and it's just something that I guess you guys should live by. I think in a sense I'm telling you how to live your life, man. Live your life this way. No, I'm just kidding, but even though that's the title of the video is gonna be something like that, like this is how you should live your life or something like that, I really do think that it is how you should live your life. You know, don't limit yourself, but don't be stupid. All right, don't be stupid. Make the right decisions. If you know something is wrong, don't do it. If you know something is right, do it. You know, at the end of the day, dude, it's a life full of experiences. You only have one life, and you know, it's up to you, man. I'm kind of rambling on, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like for a whole week of good luck, and to support the video, I really want to know what you guys thought of today's video. If you guys want me to make more videos like this where I just sit here and just talk about more serious topics. So yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all my social media down below in the description box. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace.